Hi, welcome to virtual back to school night. Hopefully you're watching the right video. I'm Mrs. Fisher and this video is for Math 8 enrichment only. So I like to just apologize from the beginning. Some of you have students that are in my Math 8 and Math 8 enrichment, and if you're watching both videos, you'll find a lot of similarities, a lot of the same information, but I also will have some new things in here that are towards the end. So if you want to fast forward the video, please feel free to do so. I broke down this presentation in 3 different parts. Get to know Mrs. Fisher, who's a stranger in my household, on Zoom a few times a week with my student. What's the tech is the technology that we're using this year, and I'll explain. And then also, how can you assist your student with their weekly math practice? And I will be supporting you through that as well this year. So this is Mrs. Fisher. So I went to Cal Poly Pomona and got a degree in math and a single subject math credential. I taught at Azusa High School for 4 years. This is my 6th year at AMS, and I'm the student leadership advisor and also the co-facilitator for the Black Alliance. I tutor middle high school, so I really get to know what students are expected to do and master at the high school. And so I really like having that experience because it helps influence how I teach 8th grade math. And then me as a teacher, I'm not sure the students told you already, but I love math. I think math is very empowering. I think it's beautiful. I think it's fun. And this is why I choose to teach this course each year, is so that I can teach students that not only can you do it, but you can enjoy doing it. You can enjoy learning it. And it really does translate to other ways and in other aspects of a student's life. So I really believe in the curriculum that we're using, the CPM, so I support students during this class as well. And then I don't see myself so much as a teacher, but more a facilitator or guide to the math. I believe that I should be empowering students. I like to create innovators, confident leaders in maths, and I believe that mistakes will grow your brain. So this is what I'm expecting, and this is what I share with my students from like day one. And I also forgot to mention that this class is technically called Math 8 Support, but we call it Math 8 Enrichment so that we understand that there's a stigma to support and that each student has it actually. And so renaming it something just puts us in a different mind frame of really having a growth mindset. So here's what the tech for Google Classroom. Everything below on this slide you'll find on Google Classroom for the student. And so if you're in Mr. Akhtar's class or Ms. Pierce's class or my class, you should find it there. And if you don't, please email your student's math teacher or have your student talk to me so I can help figure out what's going on. So the Math 8 website, here's a short link that has all the CPM practice solutions on there. So you just go to the homepage and then scroll to the very bottom. The ebook or electronic textbook is ebooks.cpm.org. I love this textbook because it gives you links to homework help, which is almost like having a private tutor at home with the student. And then it also gives tools that a student can use. And then Khan Academy, I gave the link for Khan Academy. It's on Google Classroom, but you can also access the website, and then you should be already embedded into our courses on Khan Academy. Flipgrid, there's going to be a new link that's posted for each week that should be on Google Classroom for your student's teacher. Of course, if there isn't, please email the teacher and they can help you find the correct link. And then this is something that's not on Google Classroom, but also something that not many parents know about, is that cpm.org is there for anyone to access. You don't need a code or anything. And so there you'll find a parent guide with extra practice and extra supports. Just make sure you click on the correct textbook, which you'll see here on the slideshow. So a typical week for students is we do number talks. We're talking about skill practice and number sense, and it's good to talk about the math. And constantly when they see patterns of, oh, I can talk about it, oh, I can access it, and it makes sense, then they get more comfortable with math, and that's the goal. They master the 7th and 8th grade math standards, and we do some problem-solving tasks through a social justice lens. Right now, we're really trying to build community and get an understanding of each other and share about each other, but then after that, we'll start looking at some ways to really solve some problems in our communities. And then there's homework help, which we call practice help. That's individualized. I do that once a week with the students on Wednesdays, so they get one-on-one help, and then I'm able to support them to make sure they're able to access the book and have their supplies. We do games, projects, and then I also am going to help them take their test for Math 8 and actually provide time for them to go through it and ask some questions if they're confused about directions. So what should it look like at home? When your students at home, after they've Zoomed, they should have out all their supplies that they need to be able to do the practice for that week. And so you really want to help them find a time that's best for them to get that done. And usually the day that they do Math 8 is the best days for them to be working on their assignments. So they should have out their paper, calculator, pencil, pen, notebook, they should have open the Math 8 website or have the physical textbook, which you can pick one up at the AMS library at any time. Then there's also the Google Classroom assignment. They want to have that open so that they can have the slideshow open so they can go through that. And then also the Math 8 website should be open so they can access the solutions. So here's how to support your student. This is some ideas of what you can do to support your student to make sure that they're getting the help that they need. And really, it just comes down to being able to check their check. You know, I do that a lot when students say they're done. I ask for them to show me, and then it helps us to either support to figure out if they haven't completed it, or just make sure that it is done. Okay, and then what I wanted to say was just thank you for coming and thank you for watching this presentation. I just want to remind you that you should ask your child about what's going on and ask them to teach you. Look for the Math Learning Love and newsletters that we release each Friday. Explore the snazzy 8th grade math website. It's not just for kids. And email me with any questions at any time. I also want to just remind you that this is Math 8 Enrichment, so this class is not designed to add more burden to the student, but actually take some of that burden off. And so really assignments are just participation, as you'll see in Aries. And so I'll start providing Aries updates as soon as we start taking some grades for participation in class. I put my email on here so you can access that at any time and email me if you have any questions. And so thank you for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.